So continuing with our tier list series, I bring to you a tier list of different astronomical events which you can see with a naked eye or through a small telescope. I will be ranking them in a once in a lifetime event to events which are just pure media hype. So starting off with meteor showers. Well, meteor showers are really not very rare, and the good thing about meteor showers is they are very predictable. They occur at the same time every year, and every meteor shower has a comet associated with it. So there are mainly three types of meteor shower: minor meteor shower, major, and a meteor outburst. So this one is a major meteor shower, and I'll be ranking them uh, in somewhat B category because they are really very easy to see. You don't need any special gear. You just need to go to a dark place and just lie down on your back. So I think they are B tier, and they happen twice or maybe 3 or 4 times a year, and it's very accessible and can be viewed by all age groups, and it's in the B category. Next up, I'll be talking about something which is known as Earthshine. Well, Earthshine is when the moon is in a crescent phase or a half moon, and the unlit part of the earth reflects the light of the earth. So you can still see a small glow of the unlit part of the moon. And this is more of a photography event rather than a naked eye event. And it happens almost every month, and nothing very great about it. So I'll be putting it in the C category. So next up, we have something known as a planetary opposition. Well, that happens when the sun, earth, and the planet are in a straight line, and the earth is in between the sun and the outer planets. And this gives the opportunity to photograph the planet because it is at its brightest and the biggest. So it's more of a photography event than a visual event. Well, you might see the planet a bit brighter in the sky, but that's about it. So I'll be again ranking it in the C tier, and it's a very good opportunity to photograph the planet. And planetary oppositions are mainly good for useful for the planet Mars because it's much smaller. So when it's at opposition, you get an excellent opportunity to photograph it. Well, moving on to the next event, which is a penumbral lunar eclipse. It happens when the sun, earth, and the moon are not in a perfect alignment, and the moon just passes through the earth's shadow. So I would say this event is the first of our media hype or D category event, totally missable because the moon only dims very slightly, and it even does not even turn red. So I would put this event in D category, and which is totally missable and not worth your time. Next up, we have a very rare event, and which is not for the naked eye, and it's much more suitable for binoculars or telescope. We have something known as a planet transit, or specifically Mercury transit. Well, this happens when uh, the Mercury comes in between the sun and the earth, and you can see the Mercury transiting the sun. It is a very rare event, and not many people must have seen it. I'll be ranking this in the B category, or it might also come in the lower A category, but I'll be ranking it in the B category because it's very rare and not many people have seen it. And it's a bit difficult to see it because you need specialized gear to see it. Now, moving on to another event which has to do with the planets and the moon. Well, this is a conjunction or rather occultation, pardon my pronunciation. It's when the planet disappears or seems to disappear behind the moon. And it's a truly a spectacle because you can literally see the planet setting or rising behind the moon. And it offers a great perspective as to the sheer difference in the size or the difference in the scale of the moon and the planets. And it's a very good event, excellent event, and a rare event. And I will be ranking this is our first category A ranking event. Again, this is mostly not a naked eye event, and you need a telescope or a binoculars to enjoy it fully. A meteor outburst. Now, what do you mean by meteor outbursts? Well, sometimes it happens in a few years or a decade or so, when there is a literally an outburst of a meteor shower, and you can see up to more than 1,000 meteors per hour, as you call ZHR, zenith hourly rate, and you can see upwards of thousands of meteor with the naked eye. And this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and this is truly a spectacle and a sight not to be missed. A bit difficult to predict, but they have happened in the past, and people have really enjoyed it. And once you have seen it, you can never forget that night. So this is going straight up into S category or God tier category, or a spectacle. Next up, we have something known as a planetary alignment. Well, this event has been overhyped and abused by the social media, and the most misinformation is spread about this event only. This event also has some astrological implications, which I'll not be getting into, but mostly it is way overhyped and misinterpreted, as the planet do not form a straight line in the sky. This event happens when most of the planets, or more than five of the planets, are visible in the night sky. It's really not that rare of an event. It almost happens every year. Media has overhyped it there on the internet, showing the planets in a straight line. Well, they are never like that. And this event, there's nothing much to see in this event. The planets, you can see them almost every night. The only special thing about this is that you can see more than 4 or 5 planets just after sunrise or just before sunset. So, sorry, just after sunset or just before sunrise, my mistake. So I would again put this in the lowest category and media hype category, as there's nothing much to photograph or see in this. Well, do comment below where would you rank these events, or have I missed any events, and what other tier lists you want in the future. And continuing with a total lunar eclipse. Total lunar eclipse is a very average event, not an average. It's would be in the B category, because it's a total eclipse, so I am putting it in the B category. But the moon dims quite a bit and it turns red, and it's a good event to photograph, and it's in the probably B or lower A category according to me. Next up, we have something known as a ultra close conjunction of the planets, or a planet with a star or something like that. If you may remember, there was a 2021, the Saturn and Jupiter were very close to each other, the two great planets of our solar system, and you could photograph or view them in a single frame. Now, that was a very rare event, and excellent opportunity to photograph and observe two planets in the same field of view. So I would be putting these events in the A category because they are extremely rare and they offer a unique visual spectacle. Next up, we have something known as the blue moon, or the different types of moon. Now, this is the lowest of the lowest category as pure media hype, as blue moon has nothing to do with the color blue. What does blue moon mean? Well, it means when there is two moons in the month, the second moon is known as a blue moon, and it does not happen every month. It's not very rare and it's not very common. Hence, we have the phrase once in a blue moon. So now you know where it originates from, and it's purely media hype. Now you have strawberry moon, blue moon, black moon, and all these moons are just the names according to the calendar in the Western culture, and they have nothing to do with the color or anything. So I would be ranking them in the lower D category as media hype and nonsense, absolute nonsense. Next up, we have the king of all the events, as you might have guessed. It's a total solar eclipse, and nothing beats the total solar eclipse, because this event can be enjoyed and has been enjoyed by millions and millions of people, and they are we can know in advance thousands of years when the next eclipse is going to happen, and it's a once in a lifetime spectacle, and once you have seen it, you can never ever forget the scene. I have seen two total solar eclipse in my life, and I remember them both. I was very young, but I still remember it, and nothing can compare to the total solar eclipse. This event is worth all the hype that it gets, and the next big total solar eclipse, or the longest of this century, is going to happen in Egypt in 2027. And I cannot overhype the really the spectacle of this event, and nothing even comes close to it uh, from Earth. So total solar eclipse goes right in the highest of the S category. Then we have something known as the northern lights or the southern lights, and these are visible from the very high latitudes, and they are a good event but they are a bit overhyped because of the images on the internet. So if there is not an outburst, solar activity outburst, you will be, I would say, not disappointed, but you will not be exactly thrilled at the sight because it doesn't look like anything like the images we see on the internet. And it's a bit difficult to see, at least from for our Indians, because we have to travel and spend a lot just to see this event. I'll be ranking them in the B category. But when there is a G4 or G5 class solar storm, we get an outburst of the northern lights, just like the meteor shower. And that event is not to be missed, but it's difficult to predict and plan because we cannot say for sure when the solar storm will occur or not. But if you can see it, it's a spectacle, and I would be ranking in the higher A category. Well, there's something known as a supermoon. Well, the supermoon is when it's a full moon and the Earth moon is at its closest point to in the orbit to Earth relative to Earth. So the moon appears a slight 15-20% bigger, and well, you could say the moon is a little bigger in the sky, but that's about it. And it's a bit bright, but nothing great. And they are not really exactly rare. They happen quite a lot. I will be ranking them in the C category, just above media hype. At the last one, we have something known as a naked eye comet. Well, there are many comets currently in the solar system, but 99 or 99% of them are only visible through a binoculars or a big telescope. But sometimes it happens that a comet is visible to the naked eye. The most famous one is the Halley's Comet, which comes once in 75 years. So 99% of the people will see Halley's Comet only once in their lifetime, but some might see twice. I have never seen it. I'll be hoping to see it when it comes in 2060 or something. But a naked eye comet is a visual spectacle, and I would be ranking it in the S category again because it's very rare, and once you see it, you just cannot forget it. And comets have been really significant in our mythology and astrology and even astronomy. So a naked eye uh, comet is high up in the S category. So yeah, these were about the different astronomical events. So let me know if I have missed any major event, or if you agree or disagree with me on the ranking. And I would like if you would comment on what more videos you want from me. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please press the like and subscribe button. Thank you.